Today, I like to talk about the glutathione, which is also known as the fountain of youth. I'm Dr. Nimal Gamage, a cosmetic surgeon, currently practicing in Sri Lanka. And when you talk about glutathione, it's important to say that all of our cells contain it. It's something which we all have in our trillions of cells within the body. And the glutathione is made of 3 amino acids. Amino acids, as you know, are the building blocks of proteins. These 3 are cysteine, glycine, and glutamic acid. And when you have low levels of glutathione in the body, it leads to many diseases and aging. This is called the master antioxidant of the body, because this is what primarily protects us against many diseases, toxins, pollutants, radiation damage, and oxidative stress. So we can stop all this damage by using the glutathione. And when you don't have enough glutathione, you may notice that you don't have enough coordination. You can have mental disorders. Your mind doesn't work properly. You can have shaking, tremors, we call it. And we also have difficulty in maintaining our balance. And when the levels are low for a long time, we can develop diseases such as cancer, multiple sclerosis. For people who have got HIV infection, they can develop AIDS. As you know, when you get HIV infection, not everybody develops AIDS. And people who are low in glutathione will go on to have AIDS very early and die early. Also Alzheimer's, which is the disease where you lose memory. We have seen a lot of people today are having memory problems. And Parkinson's is a disease where you get shakiness of your hands and postural problems and difficulty in walking and so on. And atherosclerosis, the primary reason why a lot of us die. Half of the people today die from heart disease. And also, when you're having a pregnancy, a baby, you can have pregnancy complications. If you are a male, you may have trouble with fertility. You may not be able to have a baby because of low glutathione. And you can also have cataracts of the eyes because of the low glutathione. Because when you don't have enough glutathione, the oxygen can damage your lenses and make them opaque. So you have to go for a cataract or surgery and put an artificial lens. And recently we have found some very important research on anti-aging. For a while we knew that when animals were fed low amount of food, they lived longer. In fact, some of the animals, small animals, lived up to 1/3 of their life longer. That means 33% lengthening of their lifespan because of low calorie diet. But now we know that this is actually related to the low methionine intake, not actually from low amount of all kinds of food, but the methionine amount in the food. This actually led to weight loss and longevity when we restricted the methionine content in their food. And here you can see a schematic of the methionine amino acid. And glutathione is very important for toxin removal. And if we collect toxins in our body due to ingestion of alcohol, caffeine, and medications, or smoking, all these things cause toxins, and the glutathione actually helps us to remove these toxins from our body. Also to help remove the oxygen free radicals. And oxygen free radicals happen because of the metabolism of the body, because we use burning of sugar to make energy, and every time we burn this sugar we use oxygen, and oxygen free radicals are created during this process. And these free radicals have been known to the scientists for the longest time as the reason why we age. Also, glutathione is very important for the proper function of the white blood cells and lymphocytes. And this is a white blood cell we are showing here, and these are the red cells which look like disc. And white blood cells and lymphocytes are the main reason why we can fight infections as well as cancer. So glutathione helps us to protect us from cancer and even to get rid of cancers. We know that sugar intake actually reduces the glutathione and vitamin E levels, and that's why for the longest time people knew that sugar intake was actually quite aging for human beings. In diabetic patients, when their blood sugar increased, the blood level of glutathione and vitamin E levels actually decreased. And when you have a lower level of glutathione, you get cancers. So similarly, for the longest time people knew that sugar intake actually led to cancers in the breast, prostate, pancreas, lungs, bladder and stomach. Most people don't know that sugar causes cancer, and there's no wonder that we see people drinking and eating sugar everywhere. Glutathione is world famous for its skin whitening effect. With glutathione injections, you can elevate the glutathione levels of the body to a certain level, and it actually gives you a beautiful dreamy white skin color. And this happens because glutathione actually prevents the melanin formation and also helps the melanin, which is a dark brown or black pigment, to become a beautiful pink yellow pigment called pheomelanin. Normally, pheomelanin is found in our lips and mucous membranes, not on the skin as much. And usually vitamin C has to be taken when you are on a course of glutathione, because vitamin C is also the only compound or the only vitamin known to actually cure cancer in very high dosage. We recommend people take 1000 milligrams of vitamin C daily when you are taking glutathione, so you can get the skin fairness and the nice skin color very fast. By combining with glutathione and vitamin C, we can also obtain the tightness of the skin and a younger look with prevention of wrinkles and laxity of the face. Glutathione is also important to help fight viral infections. For example, if you have a flu infection and if you take a glutathione injection, you can get rid of that flu much faster. It will shorten the course of many other viral infections as well. It has helped a lot of people, especially in America, to prevent the progression of the dreaded AIDS infection. When people have got HIV infection, a lot of them go on to develop AIDS, and that is the natural progression of that disease. And people who take glutathione have been able to protect themselves from the progression of the HIV virus by preventing the development of AIDS. Proper dosage is very important when you are considering an intravenous glutathione course, and a lot of people use the 900 milligram dosage, which is actually not enough. We use 1500 milligrams of the pure formula, so we don't get side effects due to the preservatives, and we also get much better results from these glutathione injections. And we can see skin whitening as well as other general health effects. We have many people who have gotten rid of many of their diseases by following the glutathione injections as well as following the proper diet. And it's important to know that as doctors we all take Hippocratic oath, but we don't take the part of the Hippocratic oath which was supposed to be originally the original version of it. And in that original version, the first part reads as such: I will apply dietetic measures for the benefit of the sick according to my ability and judgment. I will keep them from harm and injustice. Hippocrates actually said that let food be thy medicine and thy medicine be food, and he believed strongly that the food has to be the medicine of the people. Many people believe this, and they believed that in their hearts, but the Western medicine has taken people away from the food into pills, injections, surgeries and chemotherapy and radiotherapy. And so today people have no idea how to prevent diseases, and the doctors actually have forgotten about this very important aspect of Western medicine. It's very important to remember Just because you are not sick and has normal blood test or other test results from your doctor doesn't mean that you're healthy. You could feel very good because of these good blood tests, and you could be dead from a heart disease tomorrow. And also, if you don't take care of your body, you have to remember, where are you going to live? Because that's where you live. And in order to change, we must be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Otherwise, you're not going to make any changes in your life. Glutathione also helps to prevent early death. It prevents the commonest reasons why people die. The commonest 3 reasons are heart disease, strokes, and cancer. Heart disease is caused by atherosclerosis. Strokes are also caused by atherosclerosis, which is damage to the blood vessels. And this damage is mainly because of the bad diet as well as smoking. But primarily, it's a disease of bad diet. And same is cancer. And by taking glutathione together with a very good diet, you can improve your brain function. And this is very important for students who are taking exams and people who are involved with highly stressful jobs or have to use their brains at a higher level. Also, athletes have found that when they take glutathione injections, their athletic performance is increased, and they also recover from injuries very fast. And most people don't think about heart disease, but it's important that we prevent heart disease, because 50% of the people who get their heart attacks for the first time actually don't have any symptoms. These are the people who may walk around with normal blood test and normal stress test and other tests from their doctors and thinking that they're very healthy. 25% of the patients who get a heart attack actually die as soon as they get it, before they can even say help. And more reasons why we should prevent heart disease is 16% of the people who have a heart attack enter the hospital actually die within the first month, and 30% of them die within the first year, even if you are in the best hospital in the world. And 50% of the Americans over the age of 50 were known to have had heart attacks, which they actually didn't know about. These were again the people who thought they were very healthy, they're walking around with normal blood tests and so on, but if you actually examine them in detail, half of them have had heart attacks. Why should we prevent strokes? Strokes are the second largest cause of death. 25% of all people who get a stroke die within the first year, even if you are in the best hospital and obtain the best medical care. Within 5 years of a stroke, 50% or half the people who have had a stroke actually die within 5 years. And we should be preventing cancer because it's the third commonest cause of death. Lung cancer being the commonest cause of cancer. 94% of the people who get lung cancer die within 5 years. And we talked about athletes. Some people think if you do a lot of exercises, they're actually doing a lot of good for their health. But the athletes are known to age faster because they create a lot of oxygen-free radicals because of high consumption of energy. And these free radicals can actually age them faster. That's why a lot of good and extreme athletes look very old. Glutathione helps neutralize these free radicals, and thereby they increase the athletic performance, recovery from injuries, as well as they prevent aging of the athletes. Glutathione also has helped immensely to cure diabetes. Most people don't know that diabetes can be cured. They think it has to be treated forever with medicine and insulin injections and so on. But if you follow the proper diet as we prescribe, you can cure most, if not all, of type 2 diabetes and also some of the type 1 diabetes. And when you combine with glutathione injections, this recovery becomes much faster because healing of the body is done with this master antioxidant. Also, we can cure depression today without any of the Western medicines. We can use the proper diet, some of the herbal preparations and dietary supplements to get a better cure rate. And we can also use glutathione injections for faster recovery from mental illnesses, especially from depression. People today are quite aware of side effects of antidepressant medication. Sometimes these people go on to become homicidal and suicidal. A lot of children in the Western world are known to become killers because of these medications. Next, we like to talk about alcoholic liver disease. Glutathione was first known to treat alcoholic liver disease, especially alcoholic hepatitis, as well as early hepatic failure. So with the proper diet and glutathione injections, we can make these people recover fast. Talking about alcohol, it's important to notice that Sri Lanka is actually a country of boozers. We did not drink alcohol in Sri Lanka until about 1505, when Portuguese people came here and brought alcohol with them. After that, Dutch and British promoted it heavily in Sri Lanka. Now today, our people drink the highest amount of alcohol per capita in the entire world. It is known that 50% of the fathers of school children in Sri Lanka drink alcohol heavily. At 16.79 liters per capita, we have entered the Guinness Book of World Records as the highest alcohol drinkers of the world. So this Buddhist nation, which was the granary of the East during the King Parakumba, has now become brewery of the world. And we have about 55 alcoholic cirrhosis incidents per 10,000 people, which is also second highest in the world. Alcohol also causes liver cancer, breast cancer, mouth cancer, esophageal cancer, and also bladder cancer. And most people don't know that alcohol causes cancer. It also causes other serious illnesses like depression, epilepsy, psychosis. And people also die from heart disease. People who drink actually die from heart disease much faster. They get high blood pressure. They also become very ugly because they age faster with a lot of skin wrinkles, skin pigmentation, melasma, and high amount of wrinkles, hair loss, and red eyes, red noses, and so on. Not to forget the smell. Glutathione has also helped to prevent and cure asthma and chronic respiratory diseases. Lung is one of the places where you get a lot of injuries from smoking or environmental pollutants, because lungs are more exposed than your skin, and it's very difficult to protect the lung. But taking the glutathione and taking a proper diet will help you to heal from these deadly diseases faster. Glutathione is also known to prevent the damage from the sun on your skin, so that's why when people who take glutathione, even if they go in the sun, don't age as fast as people who don't take glutathione. If you need more information, you can call us at 077-2300-454. Send us an email at nimal@lankacosmetic.com. You can visit our website, which is www.lankacosmetic.com. Or you can go to YouTube and type my name, Dr. Nimal Gamage, and watch a lot of our videos on health and beauty.